Welcome to Joe's Getting His Yard Done.
Joe's getting his yard done. Yes, the landscapers are here, so I might hear some background noise. I'll do my
Yeah,
best
they're
to mute.
coming back. We were
Yeah,
waiting till
he was on
they
the side.
silenced. Now they're coming back to his window.
And once you
Okay.
start talking with all the sequel stuff, I'll mute.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I can. I'll tell the story. So where we left off yesterday was me bumbling and fumbling with the SQL Server migration from SQLite. So what I did last night is, and I'll show my screen. Let me go back to the. I'll show my screen and nothing too wild out there, but at least you can see what's going on. So what I did, and I can even let me do this. Let me change the resolution so people can see my screen a little bit better. Mac Studio, we'll just do there. Okay. So I found a tool to build scripts, SQL scripts from the SQLite to the Microsoft SQL Server database. So it good. You're back, Joe. Good. So we, like Joe and I were doing before, we have create database, we have create tables now, and then we do all of our data, and then we put in our foreign keys, and then this little tool actually did a validation. So it said, hey, I'm going to run through all the tables, and I'm expecting this many rows in all the tables because this is how many rows came from the SQLite.
So is
So
this the entire database?
this is the entire database,
It's a
and
lot
so
smaller, it seems.
well, there's only I want to say there's only maybe 15 tables in the whole database.
No, I
It's
know,
just
but the volume size of the data, wasn't it 75 meg or is it 35?
75 meg. Yes, 75 meg. So
Doing
as you
quick
can
math, that
see,
doesn't add up.
well, this is well, I mean,
Thirteen.
this is text. So that was the
Oh, I thought your SQL files were that big.
no. So originally, what it gave me was, as you can see here, I've got two files for appearances. That was so big, I had to break that into two files. Just like batting had to be broken up into two, fielding had to be broken up into four because
Did
that
you
was
do that or did
almost.
the tool do that?
I did that. I
What is
I
this
did.
tool you used?
What was the tool that I used? The original tool. It was a
Whatever
website.
broke this up.
It was a website. So um, actually, I had Claude break up the big files, so we can take a look at what a file looks like. So this is the first file for batting. So as you can see, it doesn't insert and then a value, and this script will run. I think it puts 1,000. Yeah, it puts 1,000 insert records into one insert. So it doesn't insert everything all at once, and which was nice also, it wraps everything up in a transaction. So if something blows up, it backs out the data. So that was kind of nice. Uh, so basically, it inserts it in 1,000 increments, and at the end, this is the only thing that I really didn't change. At the end, it does do a count what's in batting, and it's expecting. It's kind of says 64,000 expected, and if it doesn't, it doesn't roll back the transaction if it has a row count mismatch, but it will tell you, which on the any one of these second or third or fourth files, it will say that you have a row mismatch because, like, I'll do this second file of fielding data. I didn't update what the increment was. So the first file does x divided by 4. The second one will do like a half. The third will do 3/4 of the total, and then the last one will do the total. So you'll get a mismatch on everything until the last one. But it's all here. So I'm gonna check this into. I'm gonna put this into source control someplace, so that if anyone needs to rebuild it, because now these large files, the fielding and the batting and appearances and pitching, they actually could run on my Windows laptop. But when I was in Visual Studio, I couldn't run those really large, anything over like 12 meg in size. I would get a run out of system memory error when I was running them through VS Code, the SQL, the Microsoft SQL Server add-in for VS Code, going through Docker, hitting the SQL Server inside a Docker container. So I don't know if it's Mac or if it was Docker that was giving.
Did you try on DataGrip? Or
I didn't.
OpenWriter?
No, I just did it. I just did it in here. So, and I thought it was probably better to break those files up. So, but yeah. So right now you can see that we have baseball history running on this Docker container, and it won't show the pop-up, but we've got all the tables working. They're all there. So now we can, and let me open OpenWriter back up. Go ahead.
While you're doing that, like we mentioned yesterday in the last video, typically you wouldn't want to load the entire, in this case, production database of everything from 1,800 to now. You would usually just do a smaller subset. So we're going to kind of bypass some of the initial startup that happens with Aspire to add the database. We'll just create the basic scripts for it, which I think are already there. But you're going to probably have to run this again. Actually, no, maybe not.
No.
Because you already have the SQL parameters, so you should be good.
Yeah. So should not show my secrets.
Well, it doesn't matter because that's local for that one.
I know. So yeah. So app host. Right now, I already have the database. So here's a question to you for
42.
Aspire.
42.
42, yes. That's the answer to everything. So I would assume that a use case for Aspire is I don't want Aspire to generate my database. I just want it to use an existing database, and that's why I asked you yesterday if Aspire could generate or restore a database from a BAK file, from a back file.
Well, I mean, technically, it could restore from a BAK file. You would just need a script that runs,
Yeah.
like the with creation script, and inside that SQL script could restore that
Yeah.
backup file.
Yeah.
So since you already have a database and we're not going to create it from scratch, you can uncomment out lines 1 through 6. And that still says, hey, we're going to use a SQL server. And
then-
assuming the baseball volume is the same, right? It's baseball dash data.
No, it's let's see. Let's go.
That was
out
what
and
it was
see.
when we created, unless you recreated the database.
I
You can look
re-
right there in Writer. So go to the left. Go to the left. Go
Yeah.
to the left. Go
Yeah,
down
I-
to the services. That one. And then double click on Docker. And that will show you everything you have in Docker. So go to your containers and then look for that container, the SQL 37BB, I believe it is, the one that's green.
Yep.
And then click on dashboard, I think it is. No, up above, yeah,
Yep.
that. It's going to show the SQL password, but that doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
But don't show any others because it might go up. Okay, go through the volumes. It's to the left in services,
Oh,
and then you
Probably
see
that
that
one.
one's being used. That's not it because it tells you it's used by the container cache. So scroll down. Yeah, it's baseball data because that's
okay.
being used
Still
by-
baseball data. Cool. Okay, good. So there.
So
and
next
then-
thing we do is uncomment out 17. We don't want to uncomment out 18, just 17.
Yeah. And then
Put a semicolon at the
I
end.
have I'm on a weird Apple keyboard that doesn't have.
Everything we've done on this stream makes me really want to buy an Apple product.
No, it's the tiny Apple keyboard that doesn't have like a hard, like an actual.
You have the
key
short
for
one. You
it.
don't have the extended 104 key or 108
Exactly.
key keyboard.
Exactly. So.
Okay,
So
so now we added it. I think that's all we need to do. Oh wait, scroll down a little bit. I gotta uncomment
do
that
need to
that
do
way
that.
for BB.
Yep.
Okay, so now it's going to start up. It's still not going to use the database yet because we haven't told the primary app. Let's just run the app to make sure we don't get anything up with it. So what we have to do now is kind of tell the
Aspire,
web
or
project that
tell
we
the
are
web
going to
project,
use
yeah.
that.
Yep.
So right now you're using any framework for this, right?
Yes.
Are I'm assuming you're using the SQLite provider for
Yes.
it, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So we're gonna have to add
Switch.
We're
Yep.
gonna have to switch and add the new provider. And then we are going to have to do one other thing, but I don't want to do that yet until we kind of switch providers.
So let's go up here. We go dependencies. We go manage. So instead of this, and what I like to do is just copy the package name. Put this out there.
There's actually like
Logo.
two that you want to put in.
SQL. Do we need SQL Server design? So I know we need this one.
No, you only need design if you're going to use the F core tools to do migration scripts.
Oh,
and
for
stuff
do
like
the
that.
scaffolding and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. What's the other? Do we have an
There's an
Aspire?
Aspire one, I believe, that helps, that provides some additional metrics and stuff. But we might have actually added that when we did
Nope,
the
it's right there.
stuff
Aspire
yesterday.
hosting. Is it Aspire hosting SQL Server?
Yeah,
I thought that was there.
check. Oh no, there's an aspire.microsoft.na framework core dot SQL server right below where you just were. Right there, up 5. Nope, you
Oh,
scrolled
right
too
here.
far. There you go.
Okay.
And that just
Okay.
has some added
Yeah.
stuff for it. I think that's all you really need for it from a package
Okay.
standpoint. The project build,
So-
yeah, it's running.
Yeah, it's running. I can shut it down, and then we can build it.
Oh, no, you don't need
What?
build. Well, we got to do more. To
I
it.
know. I'm just building it just to say. So we need. I would assume this connection string we need to pull in something. So get connection string. So let's go down here to here.
You need that. Leave that.
What?
Leave that there or delete it. Doesn't matter.
Well, I was just going to put in another connection string, like
Nope.
call it.
You don't have to do that.
Oh, that's right. We don't have to do that. That's right. You're right. Okay.
I mean, you'll have to do the production one to
Yeah.
match whatever the production
Yeah.
server is, but
But for
luckily you don't have to.
Aspire, yep.
Yeah, Aspire will handle that connection for you, but we have to tell it to do that.
Yep.
So let's go and tell Aspire to do that. The connection string name is LAHMAN. So let's go to your app host file. Now, let's see, right before the wait for database. So what we're going to do is tell Aspire to kind of change some environment variables based on the current project you're in. So we're going to do with environment. So type a capital W, capital E, shortcut for writer. You can type the capital casing of it. So that's Copilot telling you, oh, here you're going to do this. So put in quotes what you actually have right there. So the settings was under connection string, so capital C, capital S. Well, connection strings with those two letters,
Yeah.
capital.
Oh, I thought you, okay.
And then underscore layman, because that's what you called it, right? LAHMAN.
Let me fix this.
Nope. LAHMAN.
Oh, yeah. LA. Yep.
Quote.
That's it.
Quote. In the quote there. And then, so that says we're going to update in the web project the connection strings layman property. So that value that Woody was just looking at before. Now we have to tell it with what? So here you put a comma and then the DB. Literally DB, that's the first one that's in there.
Yep.
So what that does is say, and then you could put a close parentheses. So what that's saying is we're going to add a project to our application or to the Aspire builder, which is line 20. And we're going to call it projects baseball underscore history. And we're going to name it web. We're going to update the environment variable, or basically the connection strings underscore limit. And the reason why the underscore is because the .NET configuration provider treats double underscores when they're nested as a property. So can you switch back to your app settings for a second?
Yep. Yeah, let me go. Yeah, yep, there you go.
So you see how connection strings is a nested property, or layman is a nested property. So in order to represent that with the configuration provider, because you can't really do it this way, you have to do an underscore. And you don't have to do an
Gotcha.
underscore. There are a couple of different options, but underscore is more universal. That works on Mac and Windows and Linux. So general
Cool.
convention is use double underscore. So that should be it for the app host. And I think that's all we need to do for the app to do it. So
We don't have, just by giving it the data volume, it will get the database.
Yes.
Okay. Just
The
asking.
data volume is just where it's stored. The database
Yeah.
is actually created or used on line 17. That's saying you're adding the database baseball
Oh, yeah,
history.
You're right. Yep.
So I think that is all we need to do to wire it up. So what I would suggest we do is in the SQLite database, when the app runs, it basically shows a list of players, right? I'm assuming Hank Aaron is usually first.
Well, it has a few result sets. So it gets the top 10 home run, like top 10 players based on home
Okay,
run.
that's fine. That shows on the homepage, right?
Yeah, it gets a few result sets and then
So-
some pictures and yeah.
So what I would suggest we do to show it's coming from the new database is just change one of the records in that result set. Like rename one of the players to add a dash SQL to it or something, so that we know it actually came from that SQL database.
I guess
versus-
the easiest way to do that would
You
be,
can do it right in Writer or right there if you
Yeah.
have it open.
it's
Just
just,
open up a query and just find one of the players that's going to pop up in there.
so we can do update. Trying to think.
You can
I
update a
hate-
person, right?
Yeah. We could update. Let me get the top 100 because right here is Hank Aaron.
So
So we'll get Hank Aaron. So we'll update the player.
those are the people.
Oh yeah, people. Yep. People set. And that was
If you open up, you can expand
that
it.
was player. That was player ID. So we'll do. I just want
You
to.
open up his name first, is the field. We'll
Yeah,
just change
well-
his first name.
Well, there's. I need to see what the. It's,
Name first. It's
oh,
right there
name
in
first. Okay.
line 15.
You're right. Name first, where player ID equals. Oh, that's not right. Oh, that is A Aaron HA01.
Well, you can paste that and just delete all the other crap it gave you.
Yeah, or I can just, yeah. There we go.
Hey, you want to set the name to something though, right? Set name.
Yeah. Equal, I'll just say Hank dash SQL.
Cool.
Okay.
So we're only doing this again just to show that it came from the SQL Server and not from the
And
old
yep,
SQL.
and we can do a where player ID equals.
You can just refresh that too.
Well, just as easy just to do that. And let's.
I love having they have the month, the day, and the year
Yeah.
as separate columns.
I know that's the good old. So there we go. First name is Hank dash SQL. Yeah, this the way that they store data in this database is a little because it was all very flat file years ago, and they've just kept the same quasi.
It's fine. Like we talked about the
Yeah.
other day, they're probably not, DBAs. Not that I
No.
am one, but
No.
there's obviously certain designs. If I was importing this, for a personal project, I probably would have had a script that would, like you have, kind of normalizes some of it and cleans up some of those columns a little bit. But that's just me.
Yep.
Okay, so now let's start the project. Oh, what do we do?
I'm just changing this real quick. Just saying use SQL Server because I know we're gonna have to do that. But how do we get the DB from Aspire?
You don't get it from Aspire. I mean, right
Well,
now, all Aspire does is start up the database or make sure it's started in
Okay.
the container, and then it's going to update that builder configuration get connection string. So
for
your
there. So we
connection
don't-
string value will match that.
So we don't need this.
No, technically you don't.
Yeah. Cool. That's it?
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. Well, first, I like to clean my solutions when we do big changes like this.
You changed
So
literally
Bill-
2 lines.
I know, but we're switching how we're getting our data. That's kind of a big deal, man.
Yeah, I don't know if that warrants a clean and
A
rebuild.
clean. I still clean. I'm the clean freak. Okay, so here we go. Running.
That started really quick. Did you just clean it and
Yeah.
rerun it?
Yep.
That can't be that quick. Because if you cleaned it, it has to rebuild everything.
Well, no, I cleaned it, then I built it, then I ran it.
Hmm.
But we still got an unhealthy web.
Okay.
So let's see.
Click on the unhealthy and it will hopefully tell you why. So you can see there
What?
why it was unhealthy. So it's looking for an endpoint where it says health checks, a couple below where you are.
Yep.
It's looking for that endpoint which doesn't exist, and
Doesn't
we probably
exist.
didn't add it.
We
I
did.
thought we did yesterday.
Nope, we didn't add it. But we could probably still run this, right?
Yeah, it can still run. It's just showing unhealthy because that's returning.
'Cause
I
the
thought
health
didn't we
check.
add in
No.
in the service defaults and then call that? I thought we did that yesterday.
Let's check. Well, let's go back. I think we did, but let's see if it's set up correctly. So service defaults extension.
That's there. The only thing we didn't do, we commented out all the stuff that I use.
Yeah.
And then we commented out the SQL because we didn't have the
There's
SQL running.
there's add default health checks.
Yeah, so should work.
So here's the question. Is service defaults being used correctly? I wonder if this is even being hit.
It's being used because you can tell by writer right above the word public that something's calling it.
I'm just wondering if Aspire is using it. Let's see.
Well, the dashboard just reports on different statuses because we told it to
Okay.
add a health check. It's going
Okay,
to look
so
for
it
those
did-
default health checks.
Yep, it did hit it, so we're all good. And I know I can continue in a different way. So, but I'm just quickly going through there with this different keyboard. I got this new Apple keyboard and I'm not used to it. Okay, so and finished. Why did it finish?
Did you hit stop instead of continue?
Nope. It never, I continued and it never started the.
Scroll up a little bit. There's a message in your, no, sorry, down below in your console. It looks like there's an error.
Application is shutting down.
Yeah, but scroll up 2 more lines. Keep scrolling. So it looks like something failed. So it did try to connect to a SQL server.
Background
A
services.
background service was thrown, unhandled exception, object, oh great, the object not set to a reference. The app is technically still running, so let's go to your dashboard. Click on structured. Background service fails. What's the critical one?
I love how none of these span. There we go. The background has thrown an exception in the aisle, stopping to avoid this. Configure this
so
to
it's-
ignore.
So just rerun it. You might
Yeah.
have hit stop or continue or something, and it just did not want it to go that way.
Well, I just hit the thing and then resumed. So, okay, we'll figure this.
That way, a shortcut instead of hitting stop and then run is to click that green button, and it will restart the app
Oh,
for
it'll
you.
restart. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, now it's.
Something is broken because now it's just starting and stopping immediately. So
Yeah.
let's go back and see what you did when you cleaned the build.
Maybe.
So go to your program.cs and put a breakpoint. Put a breakpoint right there, and let's see what the connection string is. Okay, so it's got the right connection string. So let's hit F10 or step over. Let's do one line by line to see where it's going. You can click on it. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. See where it says baseball history? Don't do that either. Give me another tip. See where it says baseball history below? Where you have
Yep.
all the threads? There's a
Oh yeah,
little
that's right.
button there.
Yeah, yep. Step
It's a lot
over.
easier and you don't have to keep going
Yeah,
to the
it
menu.
is. It is. It is.
What's add hosted service? I've never seen that before.
Oh, that's the player cache
No, the
service.
method add hosted service.
It's
Interesting. Okay. Build it. And map the default endpoints. That's gonna fail right there too.
oh yeah, right here. That's
You're
probably what
reopening
it's.
up the SQLite
Yeah.
database for some reason.
Yep. Okay. So let's go there.
Why do you need to open up
Using a
SQLite again?
separate writable. Oh, you know what I think it is? I think this was for the there's a set of APIs that go along with this, where some REST APIs that get created. So let's see if we just can.
And these REST APIs use hard-coded commands.
They use. You know
Because this
what?
is showing a command that's, or you're basically running a command called pragma journ whatever.
Yeah, you know what? I don't think we probably need this. Let's kill this. Or at
Well,
least
before you do
let's.
that, scroll down a little bit and see if command is used elsewhere. I doubt it, but I mean, that's still not the problem because I don't know why that would turn an error because the database is still there. We didn't delete it. Okay. So I would go back and
So
I would
let's.
just comment that out for now
Yeah, that's what I was going to do.
and then restart the app. Let's put a breakpoint on line 53 so you don't have to go re-step through all the others because the others seem to work.
Did I get rid of? Yeah. Okay.
You can hit the green arrow there and that will
Yep.
step. Okay. Scroll down to the bottom or move your mouse down to the bottom where you see the word exception in red a little bit to the right of where you are.
Yep. Yep.
Let's see what the exception is. Okay. That's super helpful.
Yeah.
See if there's something in the call stack that shows it. Can you click on your call stack to the left? Left of that one and just scroll down and see if it shows any other. Nope. Okay, then maybe there's something in the configuration in that extension we put that probably.
Well, here's
should be there.
here's this. Look at this static. Could not create a new array of size.
Click the little view. See the full message.
Yep.
Yeah. So let's go back to the extension and see if we, if I gave you something in there, it probably shouldn't have been. That's fine. configure open telemetry. That's fine. Hold on. And tracing source builder dot environment dot application name. That's fine. Adding the core is fine. Adding HTTP instrumentation is fine. Add the open tele. Okay. Now you can go down to the next method. Right there. Well, that shouldn't fail. 90 through 91, since you don't have application insights, but that says if the string is not null or empty, it will add telemetry. So line 90 shouldn't cause a problem. Add default health checks. Services.add. Add check self live. Yeah, that's fine. Map default endpoints. Yeah, there's nothing in there. So I don't see what's breaking it. So the next thing would be, let's go back to your program.cs, stop the project. And then let's go up to the top where it says builder dot, where you're creating the builder. And get rid of line 12. Or comment it out for now. So we're going to skip over basically what we created. And then hit that, and then we can ask Copilot to see if there's an Aspire script that can add the telemetry.
Oh, we got the unable to find required services.
Ha! So that is awesome. So open up.
Should I just shut down the?
No, yeah, shut it down. I see what the problem is.
Okay.
Scroll down and go back to your program. Scroll all the way down to the bottom and comment out the map API endpoints on 90. Yeah. Both of those lines we added for Aspire, or for the telemetry. Now run it.
Okay. Should I put
Again, the reason why we're having all this struggle
should
is
I put the service defaults back in?
No.
Okay.
Both of those were done for Aspire, or attempt to add it back in. Now, normally Aspire would do this for you, but for some reason when we had the Copilot do it, it just did not run.
Got it again.
Map extension. Are you rerunning it, or is that the same one?
No.
It's saying extensions, map default endpoints.
Let's try it one more time. Let's clean solution and rebuild.
Is there a map default endpoints running? I would search for that, because that's the method that seems to be breaking.
Yep, right there.
So you commented that out?
No, commented out that one. Map
Yeah,
API.
we commented out the other one before.
Nope, we never did.
Oh, I told you to. You just don't listen.
No, you told me to comment out.
Oh, it's in two
service
different
defaults.
spots.
Yeah.
What was that other one? Hold on.
The other one was map default endpoints. And then this one was map API endpoints.
The map API endpoints you probably need.
Yeah. Because those are for my REST APIs
Yeah.
in here.
Now let's rerun it.
Nope.
Something else is failing. So click up top where it says console logs resource. Change that to web. It'll just filter out for web. Looks like something else is failing with dependency injection. So let's look at 75, that's background. Entity framework storage, relational type mapping. So something happened when we changed it over to SQL
To
Server.
SQL Server.
So let's go take a look back where you changed that
I want
line.
to see one thing. See, there's the
Yeah, but that would show you a connection error. That's not what you're getting.
no. Okay.
And
What do you
that
want me to
doesn't
go
matter
to?
because Aspire is setting that every time
Okay.
it starts the app, it gives you that. So let's see where you registered the SQL service.
Is that an app host?
Now, in your program.cs, that's where you're using SQL Server, or at least trying to use any framework to use it.
So add DB. Yep, we got
Oh, you
that.
know what? Did you added DB
What?
context, SQL Server, you're telling it.
Use SQL Server with the connection string, and then I'm just telling it not to do any
So-
tracking.
Why don't you try this instead? Change
Okay.
the add DB context, add SQL Server DB context. So what that ends up doing,
Yeah.
that's an add-on from Aspire, and that just adds some other telemetry to it. It's not going to appear because you have all that other stuff and you're still running, so stop the app.
Oh, yeah.
You can tell it's running because the squiggly lines were purple, meaning that the app has to restart in order to apply that change. Add SQL, capital S, and then capital S. When you type the capital letters,
Oh,
Rider will kind of shortcut to that. No, you're fine. So if you do the other S,
so I want this one. Entity framework.
no. You want add SQL Server DB context.
It's not.
It might not see it because you're not using a using statement to get it. So if you just type it in DB lowercase
Yeah. Yep. Oh, come on. I hate typing when people are watching.
yeah, it's a good thing we
So,
probably only have like 1 or 2 people.
If that.
T,
Yeah, I know.
and you still missed it.
I know, I did.
Okay, now see if it gives you the balloon.
Nope. Pretty sure it's add SQL Server DB context.
Yeah.
Do we?
It is in the Aspire add-ons, which I believe you added that reference. Right? Yeah, that's correct. That's
Yeah,
where-
right there. Yep. Do we have to have a spotlight?
Oh, I know why. Get rid of the services. I don't think you need service. Oh no, you do need no, just builder.
It's just builder. Okay. Yep, you're right.
Then you don't need the options.
How do I? Okay, I'll just worry
You
about
just give it
doing that.
the
I'll do the no tracking later. I just want to get this up and running.
I think you can add the no tracking afterwards.
Yeah. Needs to have
Give it the
something.
connection name.
Oh yeah.
just the name, so just layman.
Oh, in quotes?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. That should be it?
Yeah, that should add the SQL Server to it, the DB context and everything you need, and registers that in dependency injection. That's why it's kind of helpful to have those services in Aspire, or those extensions with Aspire, because they just add a lot of the plumbing for you.
Nope.
We'll go back to the structured log or console.
So it finished. It shut down.
Okay, click on the structured or console. Let's see what else we're getting.
Yep. Background service, same thing.
What is that? Entity relation mapping. Object not set to an instance. Mapping source. Find collection mapping. It's a DB, I'm assuming the DB context is in the web project, right? You don't have
Yep.
a separate.
No, it's in the web.
Why are you not loading? Is that something to do with us switching to SQL?
I wonder.
Checking to see if we're missing a reference somewhere. Oh, I know what it is.
What?
Duh. I didn't catch it before because the sample I'm looking at is in a different project.
Okay.
So let's go back to Writer.
I'm just shutting down these, all those dangling Aspire dashboards. Okay.
So let's go to your baseball history and look at the NuGet packages.
Right here.
So just, yeah, you can hit
Nope. Yep. Yep. There's all the NuGet packages.
Okay, we don't have any framework core SQL Server referenced, or do we? Oh,
Right
we
there.
do. Huh. And what about the abstractions? So we should have Entity Framework Core in there, which I don't see.
And we have tools.
Oh,
And
you
we
don't
have
need
design.
tools. You don't need
Well,
design
that-
unless you're doing that.
I know, but that comes along with EF Core. There's the Entity Framework Core.SQL Server right there.
Yeah, but you're missing the Entity Framework Core.
I thought
Scroll down,
that-
let's see what the implicitly
that-
installed packages are.
I thought that one. Yeah. See.
Okay, they're all there.
Yeah. It gets pulled in.
Why
Do
are
we need to
not
add? You
working?
want to add this? Add service defaults back in?
Let me make sure that that is the right one. That's going to go back to the telemetry stuff. I mean, we could add it back in. Just trying to figure out why the database is not going.
Let's add it back in just to see what we get.
Sounds like someone's trying to call you.
They are, but
Can you go over and click the structured to the left and then filter for web, and let's see if anything's popping up. So far, nothing. which might be good. It might have. It's running now.
Let's see if it.
I wonder what's in that file that is required. Go back to the dashboard. See if there's any other. Go to structured. No, nothing yet. It automatically refreshes itself.
See, it's still.
Any frame. Oh, you know what I bet it is, Woody?
What?
I'm not telling you because we're out of time. No, I think what's happening, and I could be wrong with this, in your model context or when you're creating the entities, I wonder if there's a SQLite specific one that's in there and any framework can't map it over to something in SQL Server.
You know what? That could be. Let's.
It's probably just like the data types or something.
Well, let's do
Yeah, the
this.
small ints and stuff. It does. We don't have small ints, right? In
No,
SQL
we have
Server.
small lids. Yeah.
Well, let's go through all the properties and see because there's probably a property that we don't have.
I mean, what I can do is I can scaffold a new. Oh, you know what? I bet you it's these collations.
It's something in there. It's one of
Yeah.
those.
So here's what we have to do. We have to basically generate a new DB context now that we're using SQL Server. You're right.
And sometimes you don't have to. I guess this is done because we're using keywords or in this case a collation most likely that doesn't
Yep.
exist. A lot of
Yep.
times the entity framework is,
Well,
this stuff
in
works.
that, I think it even said correlation in the in.
And you
some
can
of
go
the
back and look
exceptions.
because the app was, oh no, we closed it.
We closed it, but I think it said collation, so we
Yeah.
could have picked up on that. But yeah, so how about tomorrow? Tomorrow we'll pick up and generate a new DB
Yeah.
context.
That'll be fine because we can show people how to generate it because it's something I always
Exactly.
forget how to do.
Because I don't think we have to generate new models. It's going to generate new models.
No, not unless you have something, not unless you have a attribute on one of the models.
No, what I'm saying is when we do
Yeah.
the entity framework core scaffold existing and well, no, we won't give it the model. We'll just give it we can just generate a DB context. So we'll just generate a new DB context to replace this baseball DB context, and
Yep.
it should be good. So we will see everyone tomorrow at 2. Tomorrow's gonna be the last. Just so people know, tomorrow's gonna be the last day that we for this week that we do the streaming because Joey Boy is on his way to Thursday is on his way to Columbus, Ohio to speak at Stir Trek. So if anyone is in Ohio or surrounding areas and going to Stir Trek, Joe will be there speaking. So and that is on Friday, right, Joe?
Yep, Friday. And if
Okay.
you want Woody's autograph, I'm very capable of signing his name.
Yes, you can. He can sign my name if you want, but you'll want his name, so you'll want his autograph. Cool. He can sign a popcorn box for you,
Yeah.
right? Or a
Yeah, sure.
or a bag or a box of juju fruits or my
I don't know if they
favorite,
make those
which was
anymore. I was
snow.
looking for them the other day.
You know, my favorite was always the snow caps. I always loved snow caps.
I was never a big chocolate guy. So
I like all kinds of candy. So,
I do too. I used to be allergic to chocolate when I was younger, so I never really
oh,
like had a massive tasting for it. I'll eat it occasionally, but not by itself anymore.
well, I'm sure your wife likes chocolate. Oh, my wife
Yep.
loves dark chocolate. So
Yep.
cool. Okay, Joe. Well, I'll talk to you
Bye.
tomorrow. Okay.
Okay. Bye all.
Okay. Bye.